Elite Facts presents
50 Random Facts You May Not Have Known, number 12.
1.
The national anthems of the UK, Norway, and Liechtenstein all share the same melody.
2.
Bruce Lee avoided baked goods and refined flour, describing them as providing empty calories which did nothing for his body.
3.
In 2001, the WWF and NBC created a new football league, the XFL, which had fewer rules and encouraged rougher play. It had a negative reputation due to connections to wrestling and overall quality of play. There was only one season, and NBC and WWF both lost $35 million. 4. Jimi Hendrix's guitar idol was a Greek bouzouki player, Manolis Hiotis.
5.
The plane scene from The Dark Knight Rises is the action scene that Christopher Nolan is most proud of out of all of his movies.
6.
Alfred Nobel, the inventor of dynamite, considered naming the highly powerful substance Nobel's safety powder, but settled for dynamite instead from the Greek word for power.
7.
BMW and Lamborghini joined forces in the late 1970s to create a car together. The car was finished by BMW alone, and it is the BMW M1.
8.
Starbucks will serve beverages at kids' temperature, 130 degrees Fahrenheit, if you don't want to wait for your drink to cool off.
9.
While we're on the subject of Starbucks, despite the popularity of coffee in Italy, Starbucks won't be opening its first ever shop until 2018.
10.
The Gummy Bears theme song was performed by Joseph Williams, former lead singer of the band Toto, who happens to be the son of famous composer John Williams.
11.
A baby is born with 300 bones. When we reach adulthood, our skeleton consists of only 206 bones.
12.
Beethoven was once challenged to an improvisation contest by a famous pianist named Daniel Steibelt. Beethoven took the piece Steibelt's music was written on, turned it upside down, played it, then improvised on that and mocked Daniel through his own music. Daniel left halfway through.
13.
In 1984, McDonald's offered a free Big Mac, fries, or a Coke for each gold, silver, or bronze in the Olympics. During that year, the Soviet Union boycotted the U.S. Olympics, and therefore the U.S. got many more medals than expected, which became a huge failure for McDonald's.
14.
At a Who concert in 1969, a man rushed the stage and tried to take the microphone. Roger Daltrey punched him in the face, and Pete Townsend kicked him in the crotch. The man was actually a plainclothes policeman trying to warn of a large fire next door. Townsend was later arrested.
15.
Pizza Hut sells durian fruit pizza.
16.
President Lyndon B. Johnson often peed in public, even during his presidency. One time, a gust of wind blew his urine onto the leg of one of his Secret Service agents. When the agent informed him he was being peed on, President Johnson replied, quote, "I know, that's my prerogative."
17.
Beethoven actually played the violin before the piano.
18.
After filming X-Men First Class in London, Jennifer Lawrence had to fight to get the security deposit for her Notting Hill apartment back because she had stained the bathtub blue from her makeup as the character Mystique.
19.
In North Korea, there's a building called the North Korean International Friendship Exhibition. This is a building in North Korea that houses diplomatic gifts given to the North Korean government. One such gift is a copy of Space Jam on VHS.
20.
When Vegemite initially failed to sell well, it was renamed as Parwill in 1928 and marketed with the slogan, "Marmite, but Pa will," meaning if Ma might, then Pa will. The name was later changed back to Vegemite.
21.
Flea, the bassist of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, was the voice of Donnie on the Nickelodeon show The Wild Thornberrys.
22.
In 1998, an Australian family adopted an orphaned kangaroo. 5 years later, it repaid the favor by saving the father by alerting the family when he was knocked out by a falling branch.
23.
A wild monkey, nicknamed Uncle Fat, in Thailand, who gorged himself on junk food and soda left behind by tourists, became morbidly obese, and he had to be put on a strict diet. At 26 kilograms, he was 3 times heavier than the average monkey.
24.
Movie director Edgar Wright will never watch the Marvel movie Ant-Man, after Marvel removed him from writing the script and directing the movie, saying that, quote, Marvel didn't want to make an Edgar Wright film.
25.
The Age of Empires game for the Nintendo DS could be bricked or destroyed completely if the name of the save file was less than 4 characters long. The developers later had to print a slip into future cartridges warning players since the glitch could not be repaired, only worked around.
26.
In 1976, Elton John bought a controlling interest in Walford FC, his favorite boyhood football club, investing his own money and acting as chairman for many years, leading to Walford's promotion to the top division in English football.
27.
Goofy's original name was Dippy Dog when he debuted in 1932.
28.
The actor that played King Robert Baratheon in Game of Thrones was also Fred Flintstone in Viva Rock Vegas.
29.
Michael Jackson's pet chimp Bubbles appears in each level of the arcade game Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Once rescued, Bubbles turns Michael into a laser-shooting robot. That is amazing.
30.
The Kinect 2 from the Xbox One can measure your heart rate using the IR camera by sensing blood flow under your skin.
31.
The soft drink 7-Up was originally named Bib Label Lithiated Lemon Lime Soda when it was formulated in 1929 because it contained lithium citrate. The beverage was a patent medicine marketed as a cure for hangover.
32.
Dragonfly wings actually kill bacteria. There's a variety of mechanisms for this to happen, but one of those is by literally ripping open the bacteria with sharp, nano-sized pillars that coat the wings.
33.
At a 1969 Alice Cooper show, a chicken wandered onto the stage. Cooper threw it over the crowd thinking it'd fly away. The reason he thought this was because he was a city boy who had no concept of country life. It plummeted into the crowd and was torn to pieces. Tabloids made the incident sound even worse, and Frank Zappa encouraged Cooper to cultivate the shock rock image.
34.
Bruce Willis only agreed to guest star on the show Friends after losing a bet with his The Whole 9 Yards co-star Matthew Perry. He played Jennifer Aniston's love interest on a 3-episode arc and ended up winning an Emmy for his performance. He donated his acting fee to 5 charities.
35.
In Japan, some watermelons are grown into cubes for storing efficiency. This practice was invented by graphic designer Tomoyuki Ono in 1978.
36.
Lee Harvey Oswald still owes an overdue book to the Dallas Public Library, The Shark and the Sardines, by Juan Jose Arevalo.
37.
Billy Joel was in a heavy metal band, Attila. Its only album was described by a critic as, quote, the worst album released in the history of rock and roll. Hell, the history of recorded music itself.
38.
In 2008, Chef Gordon Ramsay nearly drowned in Iceland after falling off an 85-foot cliff into frigid water. While submerged for approximately 45 seconds, he was able to remove his boots and heavy waterproof clothing in order to resurface and be rescued by his film crew.
39.
The kilt wasn't a prominent part of Scottish culture until 1822, when Sir Walter Scott organized a visit to Scotland by King George IV in order to prevent him from attending the Congress of Vienna.
40.
The wrestler Kamala protected himself by concealing a small gun in his loincloth and bringing it into the ring every time he wrestled Andre the Giant, and once pulled a .357 Magnum on the Giant backstage as payback for being called a dumb SOB after Kamala made a mistake in the ring.
41.
The first movie studio to show interest in producing Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street was Walt Disney Productions, but they decided not to fund it after Craven declined to tone down the content to make it suitable for children and pre-teens.
42.
Isaac Newton was so obsessed with turning base metal to gold that samples of his hair showed mercury levels up to 40 times higher than average. This is considered to be the reason he went mad in his later years.
43.
David Bowie played a huge role in Chris Hadfield's Space Oddity cover from Orbit being re-uploaded to YouTube after it was removed by the site for copyright reasons.
44.
In honor of the Eagles' song Take It Easy, the citizens of Winslow, Arizona put an actual flatbed Ford on the corner of 2nd and Kingsley.
45.
Charlie Sheen took steroids in preparation for his role as Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn in Major League. He said the steroids improved his fastball from 79 miles per hour to 85 miles per hour after only using it for 6 to 8 weeks.
46.
Quentin Tarantino and Aaron Sorkin both worked as uncredited screenwriters for the movie The Rock.
47.
In Roald Dahl's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka's rivalry with Slugworth was inspired by the real-life espionage between British chocolate makers Cadbury and Rowntree, who sent spies to work in each other's factories to steal each other's manufacturing secrets.
48.
James Gunn's brother, Sean Gunn, aka Kraglin in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, does the on-set motion capture for Rocket and not Bradley Cooper.
49.
Pablo Picasso's birth name is Pablo Diego Jose Francisco de Paula Juan Nepomuceno Maria de los Remedios Cipriano de la Santissima Trinidad Ruiz y Picasso.
50.
Busta Rhymes voiced the Reptar Wagon in Rugrats the movie. And that's our list. Do you know any other random facts? Well, let us know what they are in the comments below. Please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.